Hi, I'm Kelly T and I'm back with my albums of the week, and I have 3 cracking albums to talk to you about this week. So let's start with K.F.R, the black metal solo project from Paris, France, and the exceptional artistic creator behind this black noise, this ambient blackness is Maxim Tkaty. And in May 2019, he created the spectacular and disturbing album, Démonologue. This truly is an ambient, obscure, noisy, heavy black metal devastation. The fight of inner demons from the deepest, darkest corners of the mind are explored within this album and expressed in such unique musical form. Lucifer is the first track I want to talk to you about. Of course I'm going to pick that track, but it truly is a very interesting and ominous listen. Those lo-fi sounds create a murky distortion and a very demented vibe. The black noise gives a big mood of torment and disorientation within this track as well. Lucifer is an evil listen. Those droning sounds created by the bass had my stomach all churned up, and those secular, repetitive and trance-like riffs were really exceptional. Maxim creates a beastly and unworldly bleak vocal style that suits this manic music to a T. The heavily emotive and opaque sound throughout this track truly did conjure up all sorts of impure emotions and thoughts for me. The second track I want to talk to you guys about is Absodon. Now, to me, this felt representative of an unescapable situation, a worst nightmare, so to speak, full of delicious black noise with long-winded, bizarre riffs, big moody drums, synth which added a really fantastic and interesting element to the already unsettling atmosphere of this track. And of course, Maxim uses his voice to introduce a deformed and often inaudible ambience to this track, which took it to very dark places very fast. The track was an incredible listen. This entire album is shocking. It's evil, it's haunted. It was the epitome of suffering for me as I listened through. An absolutely unique and clever creation this is indeed. Démonologue is available on Bandcamp, so go and have a listen and grab yourself a copy if you enjoy it. Please follow K.F.R on Facebook. Maxim also does some incredible visual art. He does some exceptionally disturbing blood art as well. He does some short, spooky films and all sorts of things. So he's a very interesting artist to keep up to date with. Now we go to Norway and we talk Svadilfare, the atmospheric black metal solo project, and the mastermind behind this incredible project is Svadilfare. And in 2019 we were given Fortapte Roetter. Now, this album is extremely raw, yet very melodic and atmospheric as well at times, so it made it very interesting. Let's talk Borderland Skimmer. This was an absolutely stunning track. It felt so true cult, like so many of the tracks of this album do, but with other elements in it, it really does make it very creative and crosses all the black metal subgenres at times. The vocal style that's created is the quintessential sound of black metal, and it added to the elements just perfectly within this stunning track. This was a melodic track with touches of clean singing that subtly gave it a bit of a folk and haunting vibe as well. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was intense, very intense. It was amplified, unrelenting and extremely indulgent, and absolutely my pick off this album. This was truly a masterful track. The second track I want to talk to you guys about is the title track of the album, Fortapte Roetter. Now, this was a fantastic, atmospheric and stunning listen. The track showcased incredible emotions, not only by the way in which the convicting vocals were delivered, but those stunning melodies were truly masterful. And you know, my heart just thumped the entire way through this one. Big mood by those perfectly executed shrilling riffs that we all love so much in our black metal. Well, this guy nailed it. Each track was extremely diverse from the next. You know, you get something different within each track, and it really was a beautiful and stunning, intense and brutal black metal journey. This album is truly a wonderful listen with themes of war, we've got themes of love, and we've got themes of preserving the Scandinavian culture. It truly is an exquisite album, so go and take a listen to this album on Bandcamp, and please follow Svadilfare on Facebook and keep up to date with what this absolutely stunning project is up to. Now we go to Adelaide, South Australia with the thrash metal band Hidden Intent. For the first time in a long time, I'm talking something different than black metal in this part of the world, but these guys really do bring the brutality. We've got Chris on vocals and bass, Phil on guitars and backing vocals, and Paul on drums. And in 2018, these three Aussie lads released Fear, Pray, Demise. This is a great heavy thrash listen. The boys have kept it mostly old school throughout this album, but they've added some really interesting, unique and progressive elements to this genre as well, which I really, really enjoyed. The title track, Fear, Pray, Demise, was one of my picks off the album. Those thrash riffs had me at hello. Fear, Pray, Demise is a hellish, thrashing, fast ride of a song. Chris's vocals are so suited to this genre of metal. He's very, very, very abrasive, very abrupt in his delivery, and very, very angry. He's got such a power to his voice. Lyrically, this album is threatening, it's angry, and it's no hold bars. It really was showcased perfectly in this one. The drum tracks were incredibly intense. The guitar work was clever, and the bass was very, very thick and very, very obvious, which I really enjoyed. And a big shout out to the guitar solo in this track. I absolutely loved it and repeated it many times. The second track I want to talk to you guys about is Seeds of Hate. Now, this track was more of a heavy metal groove vibe for me, so the guys had pulled back on that speed, thrashing tempo, but it really was still a very, very crushing listen. A very catchy track as well, let me tell you. The guys have still added, their own subtle progressive touches as well, which I really, really enjoyed. The bass and guitar work around 2 minutes 15 into this track was just fantastic. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. This turned out to be such a crushing and moorish track, and a very, very good listen entirely, this album. So overall, Fear, Pray and Demise was an excellent listen. To thrash metal fans, you will enjoy this for its traditional thrash and its interesting elements as well, and heavy metal heads will really enjoy it as well. I have to give a shout out to Drop Bears Are Real. This was an incredibly heavy satire track that the boys threw in for a bit of Aussie humour, and I truly, truly enjoyed it, and I shared that track with you guys yesterday. You can follow Hidden Intent, of course, on Facebook, and Fear, Pray, Demise is available on Bandcamp as well. These guys also have some really sick merch, so I've been wearing one of their shirts so you guys can see. And yeah, please support all these bands. Share this video, please comment below, and I'd love to know what you think of these albums when you have a listen for yourself. And to all the bands, thank you for the metal.